Don't be obsessed with getting your own advantage. Forget yourselves long enough to lend a helping hand.
We continue with our stewardship theme, Transform Your Giving, this week. Last week, we asked you to remember your own story around giving. But giving isn't something we simply remember or practice. Giving is something that we believe actually makes a difference. Because we believe in a generous God who makes a difference not only in our lives, but in the world. As you listen to some of our members share about their own experience, may your eyes be opened to the spiritual reality of God's great generosity that actually makes a difference. So allow God to transform your giving.
I go to summer camp for a month every year. It's been such a big part of my life, actually, and it's such a good place for me, like, especially during the summer, you know. It's so nice to have these friends and these, like, basically family members that I've known for such a long time. However, it is quite costly, and so we receive help, or I don't know, yeah, financial aid, I guess, from my grandparents, and every year they're willing to just give what we need for me and my sister to be able to experience this amazing, like, new world. And every year that happens, it's such a blessing because we love it there. It's so great there. It's really cool.
I don't even know how many years ago it was, 10 or 12 maybe, and it was Brandon, and that was when I decided I really wanted to write for a living, for real, or at least just to start the process. And for one of my birthdays, he gave me a laptop, which was huge. I mean, it wasn't the laptop, it wasn't what brand it was the fact that here, I give you this in terms of time, in terms of your energy, in terms of I'm gonna support your dreams. And it was a surprise, and it was lovely. And so that, with this, of course, means a great deal to me, but the support of my dreams and all that one laptop meant was huge.
When I went off to college, we didn't have a lot of money, so I was there on mostly grants and scholarships. But one of the things that had just recently started was a scholarship for my church, and so I received that scholarship, and it wasn't a huge amount of money, but it made a difference when you're kind of trying to scrape together every little bit you can to get to college. And I know it meant a lot to my parents. It meant a lot to me that the congregation had sort of, come together and said, we want to support you, not just through prayer, which is obviously super important when you go off to college, but also financially as well. And when I saw that we were doing that here at Canyon Creek, it was kind of heartwarming to see, because I had been the recipient of that earlier, and I know how much it can help.
When my grandfather passed away and I got some of the money from his inheritance, it happened to coincide with the time that the building campaign was going on at the old church. And so, and it's like it seemed to match, some of that money, or, a big chunk of that money, I think ended up going to that, because that was the amount that we had been thinking about giving anyway. So, the church needed to expand over there and everything, so that was just, it seemed just in line with what God wanted for us to do.
One of the things that we support it's one of our big support, is the Villages in Partnership. And we have done things that I know have saved lives. When Gail created the endowment for the scholarship to send kids to college, donating money to dig deep water wells, the things that they do in Malawi save lives and change people's lives. And we do a lot of things, but as far as what has had such a direct impact on people's lives, I think that's the biggest thing that we do.
I I think you've influenced me.
My wife.
Probably my husband, because we would have discussions every year about what we were going to do, and he would push to say, we need to give more. And I think my old habit was give the same thing, same amount over and over. But Ray wouldn't do that. And he would make me think about it more and stretch. But every time we stretched, we got paid back more than we had given.